Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? So, now that we're in the Ark, it seems that we don't get any music right now. So I'm gonna see if it kicks on when we do the first boss, and if not, I'm just gonna play that soundtrack that was just playing because it's got some good stuff. I don't want to drown out the game's music, but if it's not gonna play any, we'll just play over it, right? Alrighty. Oop, give me just 1 second. No, we want to look at the spider. Because we're going to do this in boss order. Here we go. Alright. So, let's see. We got spider, then that one, and then we'll jump to the fox. And there's... trying to remember when we fought that one. Trying to remember what that one is. You know what? We'll just do it last. Works for me. Okay. Let's go deal with the spider. Which will be like the only time I ever say that somewhat. Oh! I found a map. Didn't mean to do that. How's everyone doing this Friday? Whoop! That shouldn't have scared me. I didn't notice. Goodness, if I'm not mistaken, you're from our home, the Celestial Plane. It's you, Okami Amaterasu. Who would have thought we would meet again after all this time? All my waiting under the dark, cold ice has paid off. We Celestials may have lost our physical form, but our spirits live on and are with you for all eternity. Hakuba. Celestial being. Hakuba. We were heartbroken after the battle in the Celestial Plane. Bird hair? When you fell to this world with that monster, we managed to escape before it happened, but little did we know the tragedy that was about to befall us. After we ran away from the battle, we boarded the Ark of Yamato, hoping to get away. But not long after we set sail, countless monsters appeared from the depths of the Ark. Having nowhere to run, all of us were devoured by the monsters. This Ark, which was built by the lunar civilization, turned out to be a cargo ship destined to transport thousands of monsters. Not long after setting sail, the Ark lost its rudder and plummeted down to this world. The Celestials on board, each and every one of us, were slain. I don't know why the Moon Tribe built such a thing, but when the Ark fell to this world and brought such tragedy, well, it was nothing short of a disaster. Okami Amaterasu. It seems that the Ark has begun to move again after all this time, but this place is like a nest of dark beings. Please take care not to be sucked into the darkness. Alrighty. Okay. Here's the button I need. Not low enough. There we go. I don't really need coins anymore, so I don't really know why I'm doing this, but it makes me feel good, so we're doing it. Some of them don't even have coins in them. Why does the Celestial Ark that's been buried in the ice for years have money in it? Alright. Alright. Let's do this. Aw, won't even let me land on it before it moves me. There's a star. I see the star. Oop. Hello, lady. Let's do this again. You missed. You weren't really even aiming. Yep, it sounds like we get our music back. There we go. I must have ink. But this is an easy way to just get rid of all of them at once. Oh, come on. There we go. All done. Easy boss. The next one won't be that easy. It's that dang charging thing that I always have trouble with. And Orochi will take a minute. It is like eerily quiet on the Ark. Oh. Hi, lady. Oh. Hi. Okami Amaterasu. Seems one of the dark beings has disappeared. If only all the evil power would just leave our midst, then I'm sure the Ark would return to the celestial plane. Ah, I was ready for immortality, but now it seems the time has come for my spirit to take leave. It's brought joy to my heart to have met you before I depart. I hope that you will return to the celestial plane, Amaterasu, and that you will bring light to this world once more. Bye-bye! Until next time. I keep trying to do the dodge, and that's why I accidentally keep bringing up the menu, because it's the other trigger. Alright. Nope, that's QB. Where's the other one? Where's the big annoying dude? There he is. It's this one. We'll probably talk to one at the... Nope, no angel here? Okay. No celestials. We're just gonna go in. It's so eerily quiet. There is boss music, so I don't want to turn on the soundtrack. I guess I could turn off the music in the game, and just let the soundtrack play. Whoop! Yeah. What you gonna do, big guy? I can't remember how to fight you. Okay. Let me think. What was it? It was either the slow ability or wind. What you doing? You just gonna keep doing that? Here. Whoop! Oh right, I gotta knock his armor off. That's what it was. Whoop! Whoop! There we go. Get that off. Whoop! No. Oh, nope. No. What you doing, bud? You gonna crash into the ground? No? Okay. No. Let me just hit you in the face, okay? Ah! That's the first time I've been hit, so it doesn't matter. I don't even think it actually did damage. If it did a very minute amount. There we go. All done. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cut off the background music and then just let the soundtrack play. How am I supposed to do that any faster? I don't understand. I'm sure there's trick to it. Okay. It isn't just gonna be repeat bosses. We will have some new. We will have at least a new one, for sure. Give me a minute. Background music. We're gonna just turn that off. We'll keep sound effects and voice. Yeah. Alrighty. 1 second. Perfect one. First of all, is it too loud? Can you still hear me over it? I think this is the perfect song to go into the next fight with. Oh, we do have one talking. It's you, Okami Amaterasu. I did wonder when the ark began to move. Lo and behold, it's the guardian of our home, the celestial plane. Smidge quieter? Okay. Is that a bit better? Okay, I can actually just turn it down here. Alright, how's that? Celestial being saddle. Why did such a tragedy befall us? This ark was built by the lunar civilization as a rescue boat. It had been enshrined in the celestial plane for many years. We believed it would be safe, in order to ensure our future existence. We fled to the ark when the monster attacked us. How could we have known this ark would become our coffin? I don't know. Maybe it's our destiny. Perhaps it was all decided from the start. That monster, Orochi, who attacked the celestial plane, had suddenly come flying across the sea of stars. And after destroying our people and our homeland, it went on to cause pain and suffering in this world. Perhaps it was all preordained by the Moon Tribe. Alright, we're finding out these Moon Tribe people might have set up the Celestials. Might have. Hey, Kings in chat. How you doing? And Mer. Mer's a jellyfish. Jellyfish. Very calming music for this fight, but alright, we can do this. No. What you doing? Oh, we're doing this now. gotta beat up the little appendages. Where are they? Ah. Here's an easy way to deal with this. Ow. Oh, we got rid of a few tails in one go. No. Gotta do better than that. Nope. Good try. Oop, already, huh? There you go. 4 more? Come see me. Let's get you all together in a nice little clump. That works. No, stop it. You don't get to have my brush. Fire takes them out quick. Whoop. He's a bit faster. Oh, yeah. Oh, it actually got me that time. Whoop, too far. I can't hit your tail. Nope. Ah, crud. There we go. This is going way faster than I thought it would. I had so much trouble with these the first time around, especially that fox. I'm too strong. Oh. Maybe I should find some specific, like, boss music from the soundtrack. Turn it down just a smidge more. Oh. Okami Amaterasu. I sense the presence of someone here on the Ark. Could it be that man from the Moon Tribe? I can feel his pain somewhere deep down inside this Ark. Amaterasu, you must save him without a moment's delay. You must stop the seed of tragedy from being sown. In order for the evil in this world to be exorcised, the sun god Amaterasu must return to the celestial plane. I pray that you will watch over the world from the heavens, and that you will bestow peace upon us. Let's see. Oh, do they glow blue once I've dealt with them? Yeah, they do. That's cool. Alright. This one will probably take a second. I guess it's also possible that since it's a long rush of bosses that you just end up, they end up cutting back on their health so it doesn't take so long. That's probably more likely what it is. The last boss, the very last boss has like 2 or 3 phases though, so it'll take. Yeah. Do not eat friends? Oh yes, yes. Yes, you're talking about the jellyfish. That's jellyfish. Got more ink and health and stuff to fight them with. True. This is very much not the song we're supposed to listen to during this. Okay. I am gonna switch it back to the boss music because it's a little... what's the term I'm looking for? Off-brand? Or not off-brand, it's the same game soundtrack. But plus Orochi's theme is pretty good. There we go. Plus they probably have a unique song for the last boss, so we'll leave it on. Wake up. I see you over there doing your thing. He gets angry when he has it on his drink. There we go. What about you, bud? Oh, tornadoes. No! You've messed up my paintbrush! Rude! No, don't flood the area, you big... I got too close to the water one. He's being a Dumbo. Stop it! Wait, no, let me out. Stop it. Get rid of the water snakes. And that. There we go. Dragon is drunk. Can I just... What happens if I set it on fire with the fire on my back? It's on fire now. Good try, big guy. You gonna yell at me? Yeah. You gonna yell at me? Alright, I just beat the heads up right one at a time, don't I? Hasn't even been that long since I fought it. Still can't remember how to deal with it. Goodness. Orochi might actually have more HP. There we go. No. There we go. Yeah, we do chunk its health pretty well. There we go. No. No hit. Orochi's fight's just a lot of, like, dodge and wait for a second for it to yell, and then you beat its head up. Yeah, off mood was probably the better. It was playing lots of happy songs. If it played a lot of the combat songs, I probably would have left it alone. But it kind of gives you a weird feeling whenever it's really peaceful music and there's fireballs falling from the sky. There we go. It almost seems like some of the heads actually have less health than the others. Probably not, but... I very much don't remember being able to go through it this fast, but it has been a while. And it does seem like their HP is significantly reduced. Wah! Oh! Whoopsie. I thought he already did that. Oh well. Come on. Almost done here. And Orochi he's not exactly a very difficult fight. It's just repetitive. Considering you have to fight him 3 times the entire game. No. And it just takes a while to beat up 8 heads 3 times. See, this one almost feels like it has more HP for some reason. Oh, whatever. Maybe because it was like the Earth Dragon. Who knows? Yay! Oh, I did fine on time on that one. Should we use, like, boosted items on the last boss for funsies? Or just go at it just naturally? Alrighty. This might actually be the one dude I haven't fought. Oh, hello. I've been waiting for you, Okami Amaterasu. My fleeting spirit will disappear at any moment. I'm glad I was able to hold on long enough to meet with you. Celestial being Azumi. Long, long ago, you and Orochi fell together to this world. Then you waited for the Chosen One to put an end to Orochi's life. You waited patiently for countless moons, until finally the Chosen One, Nagi, was born. Together, you sent the monster of the moon to its fate. You didn't realize it, but that was just one ripple in the wave of darkness. It's exactly 100 years since the legend of Nagi. The monster was quietly recovering its strength for all those years, until it used Nagi's descendant, Susanoo, to complete its revival. And once again, it tried to destroy this world. When you defeated it, the next stage of its plan began. It cursed the land with its evil power. And the world was soon overrun with monsters from the Ark. Orochi's evil essence was more than enough power to power them all. The smoldering powers of darkness exploded throughout Nippon. And the world was thrown into a storm of chaos never seen before. After that, well, you saw with your own eyes. The evil powers that left those monsters you defeated have all gathered here in the Ark of Yamato. Exorcism of the roots of evil is a daunting task. You must keep your eyes open for what's in the center of it all. Alrighty. This isn't it. I think this is just a boss I have forgotten about. Because the last one's really cinematic and cool. Oh, it's you! It's the guy we fought in the dude's stomach. That's what. Hi. How you doing? Thank you. Ooh. Beat up the sword. Oh, it's doing that one. Oh, it hits you technically way earlier. Oh well. Easy. Where would that one have fallen? Before QB? Yeah, technically before the fox. I keep calling it QB like that's its name. Oh, well, I guess we're out of here. Oh, I have to walk away from it and come back. There we go. Okay, big fight time. Goodness. Okami Amaterasu. It's begun at long last. The waves of darkness have finally begun to roll. All this evil power, I cannot hold on much longer. Amaterasu, there is one final thing I must tell you. The man of the moon tribe with the golden hair, I want you to tell him something. The Celestials will never forget how he fought alongside you when Orochi attacked. We are forever grateful. Okay, lady, you don't have to break your spine. There it is. Let's finish this. We can save again real quick. Oh. Okami Amaterasu. Just being able to see you with my own eyes, I can't tell you how much joy it brings me. It pains me that I can't remain with you until the end, but I know that you won't let us down. I know I must join the others, but I'll never forget you, and how we used to play in the fields in our homeland. I pray that you will always shine bright, Amaterasu. Bye-bye. Okay, here we go. It's Waka. Uh-oh. There you are, Amaterasu. I thought I could handle this before you arrived. But it seems I have met my match. This brings back memories, my Sherry. Remember when we faced Orochi together on the celestial plane? Behold, it is shrouded in darkness, but make no mistake. This is none other than Yami, the evil ruler of darkness. It was he who slew the Celestials on board this very ark, and brought misfortune upon the land of mortals. Of course, it's too dark to see his true form now. And so it begins. The dreaded day of darkness is upon us. Uh-oh. It's the eclipse. It's a sphere. Yeah. Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh. Distorted time and space brings about this phenomenon. This ill-fated day only occurs once every 100 years. Nobody, not even the gods, have the power to stop it. Okay. And this is where you find out Waka was actually a cool dude all along. Still, I shall stand firm and fight this battle. For it was I who brought the Ark of Yamato to the Celestial Plane. But I was oblivious to the evil that lurked in its depths. I caused the death of countless innocent Celestials, and brought a curse upon the land of mortals. However, I cannot reset my actions nor undo the past. Amaterasu. Orochi can only be defeated with the power of the Chosen One. That's what I told you, and you waited for me without question. You waited patiently in this land of mortals. You waited for the day that Nagi, the Chosen One, was born. You believed in me despite knowing that I count myself among the ranks of the accursed Moon tribe who had escaped from the lunar realm. I was deeply moved by your earnest spirit. That's why my faith in you has not waned since that faithful day, when we engaged Orochi in battle side by side. Amaterasu, you must return to the Celestial Plane. You must do so in order to bring peace to this world. Oh. Oh no! Waka! Okay, we're gonna do this? Well, we got no powers right now. Ah! Okay. Don't really remember how to fight this thing. Whoop! And then I immediately fell. It's probably a bit of dodging for a while. Ah! Without trying to fall into a hole. Ow. We are actually going to use some protective stuff on this one. Maybe I can't actually even use it right now. There we go. Okay. We got one. We can work with something now. Rejuvenation. Which means we can fix these parts of this stuff, of this ship. There we go. Let's fix this real quick. Well, it'll let me. No? Or not? I don't have slash yet. It's a very hard move to dodge. See if I can get another one real quick. Okay. Give me slash. I need slash. Makes this easier. Power slash. I think we do get them back in the same order that we got them. I could be a little wrong. Let me fix this real quick. Whoop! Got it. Alright, Bloom. Retrieve green sprout. Yeah. Oh, I actually thought that'd do way more damage, but it doesn't look like it did. Yep. No, ow. Rude. Oh. Ow. Alrighty, next. Oh right, I don't have water spout yet. Well, hello there. Oh. Cherry bomb. Like I actually use this in combat a whole bunch, but you know. Yeah, whatever. Oh. Why is the big bad this evil little fish thing? Who even knows? Oh wow, that's actually done a good bit of damage to me. Let's see. I can show that off if we want. It's very funny. I'll just use a lot of stuff real quick. Yep. That one's fine. We'll activate that. Oh, I didn't mean to actually do Infinity. I wanted to do that. Okay. That's water spout. Nice. Now it can set itself on fire and I can deal with it. There we go. Soaked. I think the implication is that that one will actually open it. Ugh. Where I have to, like, really try to get up to it. Like, okay. Here's a fun little thing. What these things do. Whoop. They just do a truck ton of damage all at once. I can't remember what that one is. Crescent? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. He wants grenade. Bomb. I don't know why I called it grenade. There we go. You being on that top platform. Eh. There we go. Phase 2 is done. There's next one. Oh yes. Were y'all ready for a slot machine? Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, come on, I hit that. Ow. Right, I don't have wind back. Duh. That's why I can't make it stop. Nice! There's wind. Gale storm. Ah! Chill out. Nope. Do-do-do. Oh, another one. Nice. Fire! Inferno. Woo! Talk about Inferno. Actually, I don't think I can do that one right now. Nope, I can. Sweet. If there's ever a reason to use it. Can I just set you on fire? Oh, fine. Stop it. Hello. How's it going, little guy? Pop back out here. Come on. Do the next one. Oh, you brat. Okay. There we go. What do I get now? I don't remember. Lightning? Veil of Mist. Slow motion. Gotcha. Are you telling me I'm supposed to be able to slow down the slot machine? Yep. What the heck? Did you see that? Oh, okay, I see. Bombs. No thanks. Rude? How do I deal with bombs again? Fire. Fire. They just insta-blow up whenever I use fire. No. Stop it. None of that. Ow. Isn't that being very nice about letting me do Inferno? There we go. Got it. Just needed one more hit on it. Oh, we have lightning in the area. And ice. Oh, seems to be struggling. Hello. I remember this being a pretty annoying phase. Woo! Like that. What you doing? Ow. Woo! You're just gonna keep doing that, huh? Okay. This is probably catwalk. Yep, catwalk. Should probably. It got bright all of a sudden. I can't do anything with that right now. Woo, that's the edge. I'm not sure how catwalk plays into the fight, but I'll go ahead and climb. Oh, just chests. I'm fine with this. Oh, it just gives me a vengeance slip. Probably to make it through this fight. I don't see anything at the top of the others. It's having fun with that attack. Okay. I need to hit it some more. It's very tall. Get down here. Oh my goodness. Will you just give me the electric one already? There we go. Thunderstorm. Okay, now we can speed this one up. Yeah, do that. Hello. Blizzard. Alright. I wonder if I can just, like, freeze it. Ah, it can close now. No, thank you. It's like one of my favorite things to be able to do is just electrocute the thing. I wonder if I can do that. Eh, it doesn't do much. I mean, I have them. I might as well use them. Alright, one more round should do. Get over here. Dang. What? Let me see if I can turn the screen so I can actually get that cloud. Okay, maybe not that one. How about that one? Yeah. Ah! Hi. Do, 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 do. Not bad for a ball. Well, you know the drill. Let's have one of those famous howls of yours. Aww. Sad face. Oh, it just sounds so sad. Uh-oh. He's breaking them all. Uh-oh. It's a hand now. I didn't know a Master Hand was in this game. Ah, that furball's always spacing out like that. Ami can't get anything done without my help. Is that doggy crying somewhere, Sis? Is that why the sunshine has disappeared? I haven't seen the doggy for a while now. Did my saying there was no such thing as gods cause all this? Snowy, the hole-digging king. I never dreamt that you were a god. You're gonna make Hayabusa a nervous wreck if you don't get the sun shining again soon. Amaterasu, thanks to you we can protect our village by ourselves. But you must be strong and triumph over evil. For the canine warriors so dearly wish to see you once more. That god sure was burning with passion. That's what happened. But if that mongrel doesn't come out of hiding, I'll have to send up a real big one to reignite that passion. So that wolf really was a god. Perhaps I should have made an offering of my bamboo ware. It may be my fault that the sun has ceased to shine. Who would have ever thought that that rascal was really Shiranui reborn? My. How that god loved my cherry cakes. Could this darkness be caused by hunger? Chirp. Uh-oh. The boss is praying? Snowy, did something happen to you? Why has the sun suddenly disappeared? Fido won't roll over and play dead for evil. No brother of mine would ever dream of it. Something in your brushwork touches the heart, Isun. You never abandoned your life as an artist, after all. When one tries to master something, it ends in either success or failure. But it is in the attempt itself where you find the true value. Believe in your own power and walk your own path. Isun, I see you have finally heeded your calling. Your resolve is plain to see in your drawing. It has the power to move people's hearts and inspire their faith in the gods. Amaterasu, their faith shall be your power. He did it! My grandson did it! Look at the spirit behind this beautiful brushwork. He truly deserves the title of Celestial Envoy. It's work like this that can show the true glory of the gods. and guide people to the right path. There's one thing I'm sure of, Amaterasu. You found a much better companion than I could ever be. Okay, everyone. I know it's kind of hard to see in this darkness, but get a load of my latest work. Isun, the Wandering Artist, presents in his interpretation of the great god Amaterasu. Can you hear me, Ami? You're not floundering about without me, are ya? You gotta pull yourself together. I finally chose my path, and I have the resolve to see it through. I've started to roam the land as your missionary. But you ought to take care of things on your end, too. Don't look so sad. Just psych yourself up like we always did, remember? Oops, I almost forgot. Check these out, everyone. It's the great god Amaterasu descending from the heavens. Pretty good, huh? Ami was smiling down from the sky just a little while ago. Something must have disturbed the furball's concentration. That's why the world has gone dark. Without Ami, we can't take a refreshing nap outdoors. Rice won't grow. Plants and flowers will wither. Laundry won't dry. Monsters will roam about like they own the place. In other words, our world will be a total mess. No one wants to live in a world like that, especially me. So come on, everybody. Let's join together and call upon the great god. Let's show Ami that we truly believe. Put your hands together and pray. Let's make our gratitude obvious. I mean, we shouldn't pray only when we want something. We should consider how the gods must feel once in a while. We should even take on some of their burden. If you pray with all your heart, maybe the sun will cheer up and show itself once again, lighting our world with its heavenly glow. After all, the best thing about the great god Amaterasu is that happy-go-lucky spirit. Right, Ami? Answer if you can hear me, you big furball. Sun's out again. It looks like she's back to her full glory. Awesome. Alright, let's do this. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Let's have some fun real quick. Doo-doo. I don't care about your tornado. That's a little more hard to dodge. Ow. I'm sure there's a way to get rid of it. I don't know where those darn rockets keep coming from. Whoop. It keeps closing its hand so I can't slash it. Yep. What you doing? Okay. Alright. Oop, over here. Okay. Okay, so the rockets just appear out of nowhere. Ow. Oh, come on, you're not allowed to be able to do that with your hand with the little mirror closed. No. No. Yep, closes as soon as I take out the brush. No. Ow. Ow. Ay. No. Here we go. Whew. I think this boss has more health bars than any boss I've fought in any other game. They're not particularly difficult to go through, but it's a lot of phases to this boss fight. And there's the celebration. How? Oh, look at all the markings. Very cute. Oh! Oh look, and Waka's alive. Fantastique, Amaterasu! What a long and winding road it's been, eh, my chérie? But at last our arch-nemesis Yami, the Dark Lord who brought darkness upon the land of mortals, has been annihilated for all eternity. I must say, I was really surprised by your little bouncing friend. You couldn't have done it without him. That tickles. Down, heel. You're going to lick me to death. Well, Amaterasu, time to embark on even stormier seas. Make the world a better place is never easy. You must return to the celestial plane and set things in order. Only then can you usher in a new age of peace in the mortal world. Our journey is far from over, ma chérie. Now, full speed ahead. First stop, the celestial plane. And off it goes. Into the sky. About midway through that fight, I realized after we got the lightning ability, we never went back and took care of that speedster burglar. The path to heaven. Oh wait, no, that's Isun. Kinda sounds like fun. You remember what I said the first time I met you, Ami? There's no stopping me once I've made a decision. So I'm going, Furball. And there's no way you're gonna stop me. I'm gonna pull out all the stops and inspire people's faith in you. You're gonna have more believers than you know what to do with. You'll see. Until then, take care of yourself, you big furball. Isun's a bit busy, guys. And yep. We are in credits land now. So that was Okami. And I've replayed this game more times than I can think. But it's been a while since my last one, so. Oh, look at all. There's Ami in the bottom. He's so bouncy. So, first time I played through this game, it got to the ending, and I was like, oh, that leads me to believe that there is going to be a sequel where you play as Amaterasu in the Celestial Plane dealing with things. But that never happened. Instead, we got a sequel, I think it was on either DS or 3DS, where you play as Amaterasu's puppy, which I believe is just called Chibiterasu. It's either Chibiatsu or it's Chibiterasu. Which basically you go through the same kind of pathing. I think it's either Chibiterasu gets paired with either Isun again or Isun's descendant. I know it hasn't been too long since Ami left bed while you're playing as Chibi. But I really don't remember too much from the plot of that game, but it was still fun. Same kind of stylized gameplay. You still end up having all the brush techniques and all the other stuff. It was cute. I don't remember it being as long as this one either. This game is all over the place, and you do refight a lot of bosses. It never really particularly bothered me, but I'm sure it makes the game longer. Yeah. I like the art. I like blooming. Blooming is great. Every time you bloom a tree, it's just gorgeous, no matter what. I don't know, it's just got a good feel to it. It makes me happy to play it. And there was a lot of collectibles and a bunch of stuff we could have done before doing the arc, but I wasn't shooting for completionism, just to finish the game again, that's all. It was a lot of fun. No. Anywho, since that one's finished, we'll be able to start something else whenever I come back from break. It'd be great. While that plays out, I'll go ahead and start looking for a raid. I know this one was a little bit shorter, but finish up the game and move along, right? I believe... Let's see. I think Genshin's got drops going on right now, so I'll just drop you in one of those. Oh, this artwork's so cute. Let's see who's on right now. we can do that. No. That's cute. It had to show me one more time. Gotcha. That was very funny. Is this the old lady? Ah, that's funny. And that concludes this most secret of tales. Well then, I'd say that's enough storytelling for today. This story contains the hopes and dreams of many fine people. Keep it close to your heart and cherish it. What's that? You want to know why I alone know this tale that no one knows? You listened to the whole story and never figured it out? You missed the whole point. Jeez, what's wrong with you? Suppose I'll have to tell you the whole story all over again. You'd best learn to show my brush the respect it deserves. Anyway, I'm tired. Let's call it a day. If you're eager to hear more, I can tell you the rest of the story some other time. Until then, do your best to live up to the heroes I told you about. It's time to roll this scroll up and give it a title. Okami Amaterasu's Adventure. Come back again, okay? Until next time. Nice. Just gonna go through credits again. Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the end screen and then we can raid. We're gonna raid Nami Tuber, and they are playing Genshin Impact. So go say hi for me. Alrighty, bye-bye. 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 Have a good time. Get those Genshin drops. Bye-bye.